Hi folks, Annie from Mountain Crest Gardens here, and I have the pleasure to be in Solana Beach today at Solana Succulents with owner Jeff Moore. Now you've owned this place for the last 28 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's also the author of 4 succulent books. So we're with a succulent expert here today, and one of those books was Aloes and Agaves, right?
Yes.
Alright, so let's focus in on aloes first. And you've got a couple to show us and tell us a little bit about?
I do. I could show you several hundred, but we're going to stick to about three or four varieties right now.
Cool.
This is Aloe striata, the coral aloe. It's easily identifiable because it has no teeth at all, no serrations, just a smooth red edge. Even aloes with teeth, I can do this, and aloe teeth are not generally fairly benign.
Right.
And it gets about 2 or 3 feet across. This is one here just finished blooming. It went through some stress. This plant, we're not sure, something environmental got some of the bad leaves, but the new leaves inside look really good, so it's gonna revive out of that.
Okay.
It's a non-offsetting aloe. The true species does not have offsets. It's always a single.
So non-offsetting, not as toothy, and striata means stripes, right? So we can
Yes.
see the lines in here.
Yes.
Pinstripes.
Yeah, it is striated. However, right here we have a very close relative. This is Aloe carasper. It looks really similar, but it's much stripier. The flower is a little bit different, and it's blooming here in Southern California in May, so it's a little bit of a later bloomer than striata is.
It's a really thick leaf, huh?
It is. It is. It's
Cool.
also a soft edge. It's a very pretty plant. Aloe carasper. They are closely related.
Nice. Well, and I love the common name coral aloe on the striatas because it's a very marine look to it.
Yeah, it's a
too.
coral color on the flower.
Yeah. Neat. Okay. So, what's next?
We have more, and I can show you millions, but I'm just going to show you a couple. Let's look at this one right here. This is Aloe dorothea. This is a little bit of a more upright form. Sometimes it's like this, but a little bit flatter. It has a nice sort of a marmalade orange red color to it. It can be green in lower light, but in good sun conditions, it stresses into a nice red color most of the year like this. There's a red flowered form and a yellow flowered form.
Right.
It's small. It stays low to the ground typically.
It's got that great glossiness to it, kind of like cameronia.
Exactly, which we're going to talk about in a minute.
Okay.
But it is one of my favorite aloes. And we mentioned earlier the teeth on aloes. This is pretty typical on aloes. Now, if I went this way, I'd feel a little bit more.
Yeah.
But they're not, compared to agaves or other sharp plants, the aloes, I have a lot of anti-spinites I deal with, and I tell them this is not a dangerous plant to deal with.
I love that name, anti-spinites.
Yes, I say that endearingly. So.
Yeah.
And Aloe cameronia, this is one here. This is one of my favorites in California. It gets a nice burgundy tone to it. If it's in the sun, it can be green. Even in the sun, at times when they're drinking a lot of water, they can get green for a phase. But typically, they're nice and even more red than this at times. It's a healthy stress color.
Okay. And is it kind of a branching, like will it get pretty tall?
It mounds. It forms a nice, tight, compact mound. It doesn't get real big. It's a good landscape plant for us. A pretty red flower, or sometimes an orange flower. The flower is a little bit variable. There's several forms of cameronia.
Very neat. Cool. And so do you have seedlings come up? Do these hybridize pretty easily?
Rarely voluntarily.
Okay.
Aloes. If I'm irrigating, because we have a dry summer condition here where they're from in Africa, they probably do get summer rain. If I'm watering, sometimes you'll see an aloe popping up, but it actually takes harvesting the seed and doing it in the greenhouse to really get you a good batch of seedlings up. But you don't really need to because it's an offsetting plant, so you can pull the pups off and start new ones pretty easy.
Okay. And you're here on the coast, so you were saying you don't have to water it all in the winter?
Well, not because I'm on the coast, just because we get enough rain in California from roughly November through March. So unless it's a very dry period, I don't break the hose out and water much for those 4 or 5 months. The rest of the year we get almost no rain, so I water weekly or every other week here.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much for sharing these aloes with us.
Sure.
And if you want to find more of Jeff Moore, he's got those books out. You can find it at mountaincrest.com or mountaincrestgardens.com, or come out to Solana Beach and check out this amazing nursery happening here. Thanks. Bye.